Today I fucked up by breaking up with someone on their birthday, for the second time. This didn't happen today, but my husband still tells me it belongs here. Also, it was originally posted in r/him. So I dated a guy a while ago. He was nice enough, but was too immature for me. So about a month in, I ended it over the phone. I don't remember exactly, but I gave him some excuse like, I'm not looking for a relationship right now. I found out after the fact through a mutual friend that I had called him on his birthday. He initially thought I was calling him to wish him a happy freaking birthday. I felt so guilty about it. I sent him a Facebook message explaining how bad I felt and he never responded, so that's how I thought it would end. So fast forward 8 years later, we see each other at a party, and I'm like, dang, he grew up nice. It's different times now, we've both matured, and maybe I judged him too harshly before. I was so thankful when he forgave me, decided to go out with me again. So this time around, it was about 3 months in, and those same red flags started showing up. I'm in my 30s at this point, wanting the whole house with the picket fence thing, and this guy was not going to give that to me. But I felt so guilty for having been the one to break things off the first time. I was hoping he maybe felt the same, and would want to be the one to break up with me. Didn't look like that was going to happen. I took him to a restaurant for dinner, and to muster up the courage to break up with him, I thought in public was safest. Now I may have picked a fancier restaurant because I was trying to show off how well I was doing for myself. I hope you see where this is going. I broke up with him as gently as I could, making sure to highlight all of the great qualities about him, and I thought I was in the clear when he hit me with this gut puncher. I thought you brought me here because it's my birthday. Oh MFG, I did it again. I didn't remember what season we had initially dated in, let alone the month and day. What was I supposed to do? Send him another Facebook message trying to explain why I'm a total piece of garbage? It took me a while, but I accepted that I am just meant to play the villain in his world. I have genuinely always wanted for him to meet the right girl, and so from a far distance, I say this, I hope he finds her. But I can't imagine I come off any better is his retelling of this story. Too long didn't read, I broke up with the guy on his birthday and then 8 years later unknowingly did it again. There was absolutely no malicious intent, but there's no way to ever convince him. Did he use Krav Maga against you afterwards? Feels like his birthday is just a mark to let him know when women are about to break up with him. 3 months in and you don't know his birthday, damn. Try learning people's birthdays. Especially those you're banging or just those you're in a relationship with. Not knowing somebody's birthday who you are dating might be forgivable once, considering it was only a 1-month thing and you were young. But, after knowing you did that once, and after dating for 3 months, and as you stated in your 30s, I think the red flag is you, and I think he got the better deal here. 2 best birthday gifts he got. XD. Today I fucked up by giving myself testicular torsion. This happened about 2 years ago, and my ego has finally recovered enough to share. Don't know if this is necessarily NSFW, but I do talk about my balls a lot. Quick background, I've always got a baseball or a tennis ball on my desk, and I just like to toss it around just because it gives me something stimulating to do. I've been known to sometimes lose focus on catching the ball. Anyways, on this fine morning I woke up a bit early to finish some pre-lab assignments for my chemistry lab. I was done sooner than expected, so I just started mindlessly browsing YouTube waiting for the time to pass. I put on who knows what, and I just leaned back in my chair to enjoy the video. As a creature of habit, I had a baseball in my hands and was tossing it back and forth, never throwing it more than a foot in the air. At some point though, I must have gotten bored with the video because I just started focusing on the baseball. Still leaning back, and still being on mindless autopilot mode, I was trying to throw it as high as I could without letting it hit the ceiling. On like the 10th throw, the ball slipped and went backwards, not up. I instinctively reached even further back to catch it, and the chair disappeared from right under me. I spun so that my back didn't hit the floor, and I landed on my backpack. The ball fell harmlessly to the ground, but my balls weren't so fortunate. As fate would have it, I had left my Hydro flask in my backpack, and my groin found its target. It felt like a regular shot to the family jewels. Like every guy, I've had my fair share of nut shots and knew that it would just take time to feel better. I eventually collected myself, got up, and got ready for class. My walk to Chemelab was tender, and my balls still had some lingering pain in class, but I really didn't think much of it. Then class came and went. Balls still hurt. Weird. Next class came and went. Balls still hurt. Worrying. About 4 hours after the incident, things got much worse. I was just sitting at my desk, and the nauseous feeling I had was beginning to overwhelm me. I knew it had to be my balls, and I started to panic that I had literally burst them. As a man who didn't even cry at the begging 10 minutes of up, I felt like sobbing here. I carried myself to the car, drove to an urgent clinic, had 2 doctors look at my now swollen balls, and listened as they told me I needed emergency surgery for probable testicular torsion. I seriously don't remember much other than having to call my parents to tell them I broke my balls. All I heard was laughter and a promise to email over insurance stuff. Also remember hearing the word testicles so much that I began to think the word was made up. Surgery was a success. Both my boys are feeling better now, and I'm not so aggressively defensive of my nether region anymore. My parents shared the info with my sisters who shared it with my friends, and I can confidently say that I am the largest collector of testicular torsion memes out there. TL, doctor, found myself bored as usual. Fell out of my chair to catch a ball I was tossing around. Slammed my testicles into a block of stainless steel. Felt progressively worse to the point of almost throwing up. Found out I gave myself testicular torsion. Could have lost my balls. Now collect testicle memes. So weird because I have been weirdly worrying about my balls twisting together for like the past 2 weeks. I knew a guy whose brother was a CO. He once was using his shield in the jail for some reason and the inmate got it and hit him with it. Well, it popped one of his boys. He's a one testicle man these days. There are some things I wish I never read and this is one of them. Sometimes I am glad to be female. Not often, but sometimes. Like right now. How do you know if someone is ticklish? Give them a testicle. That's literally my worst nightmare. Wait until you learn it can happen anytime, anywhere, for no reason, to anyone with testicles. Had a testicular torsion happen to me 4 weeks ago, definitely wouldn't recommend, very painful. I was wondering if I should give it a shot, maybe I'll wait and read more reviews. Today I fucked up by buying 50+ pounds of applesauce. Yes. You read the title correctly. Not today, but last night. Reaping rewards today though. I'm in my mid-20s. I really like to drink. I've only got a few years left for my roaring 20s. Until last night, I drank way more than I should have. I don't remember the last few hours of last night, but my security cameras show me chilling in my house, on the computer, etc. Apparently drunk me thought it would be hilarious to buy 50+ pounds, 22.6+ kg, of applesauce to surprise sober me. Enter today. I'm in a Zoom call with my professor and group of people for a project when my doorbell rings. I, without turning off my camera or muting myself, decide to go answer and find out I spent close to $300 last night on applesauce. My professor and group of classmates see box after box of applesauce get delivered to my house. Now, I've gained the nickname Sauce Boy and 50+ pounds of applesauce. I have nowhere to put it. Can't return it due to pandemic policy. Probably going to have to donate it because I can't eat 50+ pounds of applesauce. Live alone. Too long didn't read. I bought a lot of applesauce. Pro tip, peanut butter and applesauce sandwiches are bomb. Eat up, huh? Applesauce is _delicious_, and there is _ so much _ you can do with it. in a cooking sense. Especially if you are working with pork and chicken. Sauce, family owns an apple orchard. We go through those amounts of apples on a monthly basis, if not quicker, in the fall and winter. I can preserve at least 20 liters of applesauce each fall for use as ingredients in recipes once the fresh apples run out. Applesauce is awesome in dishes like rotkohl and Weisskraut, as well as a base for sauces for ribs and pork chops. I'm not even going to read this. Enjoy your 50 pounds of applesauce, there was no mistake here. It has a long shelf life. Eat up sauce boy. Sauce boy. Yeah. That's me cringes. Donation ideas, food bank, church, daycare center, AA chapter.